Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to You Can Do This and to our new kitchen, the beach. Why are we here at the beach? Is because you need to go to the beach, but you also want to eat at the beach. And we're here to slightly overcomplicate that for you. We're gonna sous vide some salmon, some starch, and some vegetables, an entire complete meal with no electricity, just one of these, a heat bag. I know you're thinking, why would I want salmon and vegetables and couscous at the beach? Why wouldn't you? It's a complete meal. At the end of the day, when the temperatures start dropping, the sun starts going away, you put on your hoodie, and you're like, you know what, maybe something nice and warm would be nice, instead of my fruit bucket that I bought at the grocery store. This is for you. You've probably seen people around the internet sous videing in coolers, right? You can just the coolers keep the temperature very hot the entire time, keeps it even. Water itself is also great at containing its own heat, so when you put it in the cooler, it rides a singular temperature. But who wants to bring a cooler of boiling hot water to the beach? Nobody, right? So what can we do? Thermos. Same thing, it's actually a little bit better at containing heat. We just fill the thermos up before we left the house. This is gonna hold all day. This is a great containment. All we have to do is find a way to stabilize it so it doesn't cool down. That's why we have this bag right here. This bag keeps hot things hot and cold things cold. It acts just kind of like a thermos, except it's not hard walled, right? Which means it's probably not as effective, but it's gonna be effective enough so we can do what we need to do. So all you're gonna need is high heat bags, just like so. I'm gonna drop my salmon in. Let's do skinless salmon. Let's do a little bit of butter and a small slice of lemon. And listen, I'm doing this on the beach, but honestly, you could do this even before you left the house. A little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, just like so. I'm gonna set this aside because we're gonna vacuum all this stuff together. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Next up, asparagus. Why am I choosing asparagus? Because asparagus is a quick cook vegetable, you know what I mean? Listen, like, this will retain heat, but it's not magic, right? We have to think into the property of heat containment that we have. So it's not like I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna do a baked potato. No. Quick cook ingredients. Let's put another little thing of butter in there. Why not? A little pepper and a little salt, just like so. I'm gonna seal that up. In here I have some couscous, right? Couscous, it's maybe like a 1-to-1. Sometimes people like to do 2-to-1. We are actually just gonna add the hot water in this bag with a little bit of seasonings and throw it in, and it's gonna keep warm and it's gonna puff while it's in the bag. So we're gonna have a complete meal. Now what we're gonna do is we got to find some sort of displacement for this. So you can use some ocean water and a bowl and dip it down there, or something else that's kind of liquidy, the sand. I'm gonna use the sand to displace the air in the bag, slightly put pressure, and move it. You got a beach vacuum seal, just like that. Obviously, you're not gonna be eating what's on the outside of the bag. I know you're gonna be like, that's sand, it's gonna be in my mouth. You're not gonna eat it, it's all contained. Again, just like so. We're gonna use the sand to displace the air in the bag, just like so, lightly push on it. We got a little vacuum seal. We have our water that's still very hot from this morning. We're just gonna simply put it in there. Just eyeball it, a little bit of a measure, like so. A little bit of water. That's gonna puff up. That's gonna be ready in about 10 minutes or so. And now we're gonna place everything in this large bag. And if you wanna see this, I'm lining up everything in the bottom of the bag, right? That's where I want it to be. I want it to be sitting on the bottom in a nice even line all the way across the bottom here, because that's where the majority of our water is gonna be sitting. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the rest of this guy, pour it in, like so. We're also gonna use the same technique in the sand and dig a little hole. We're gonna set that in there, just like that. All our water is sitting on the bottom, and then we're gonna kind of displace any extra air that we have in the bag. And I can peek in here, I can see the water line, I know where it's gonna be. Make a little barrier in the back so I know it's sitting upright. So all that water in there is surrounding all the stuff in. I'm using the sand to keep everything down. I'm using the sand to push all the oxygen out, so I make sure I have water contact on each little bit so nothing is floating up top. And the water line is coming right above the bag. I still have a little bit of water up here, but I know since I lined everything on the bottom of the bag, all the stuff is sitting down here. So I'm gonna use the sand as a containment to help contain heat a little bit, to create a little bit of insulation, but I'm also using it to weight everything down. So I'm making sure everything's immersed in water. Why am I doing that? It's to keep it kind of food safe, right? You don't want a salmon that's like half raw, half cooked. You're gonna sit there and you leave it about 30 minutes. You can even leave it longer if you wanted to, because that water is gonna stay at a consistent temperature. It's gonna take a long time to drop down. Sun came out, beautiful. Now, we're gonna pull our little bag of treats. Come back here. Look how easy that is. So hey, anyone hungry? How about some poached salmon? There's our couscous that we're just gonna fluff like so. And our asparagus. Let's plate it up. So I'm just gonna squeeze that out of the bag, just like so. Fully cooked through. Our asparagus goes down the plate like so. We're gonna serve that right on the plate. Gonna flip this bag inside out. That, ladies and gentlemen, is an entire meal cooked in the sand. This shit is fun. I mean, come on. Yeah, let's just, couscous is fully cooked. Asparagus is buttery. Delicious. And salmon, lemony. It's a beach meal. Look at that. I mean, that's really hard to complain about. Tough. I mean, there you go. Do this all at home. Bring a thermos full of boiling water, bury it in the sand, and you got yourself a nice warm meal when the sun starts to set and the beach starts to cool down, and you're good to go. For more videos that are just fun, click here. Let's do it. All right, fry down, fry down, fry down. Keep that oil hot.